For fun, fair, competitive league racing, check out precisionracingleague.com. Hello everyone and welcome to the next lap guide video. For this week we will be at the Circuit of the Americas here in the USA. As always, we will do the first lap in real time and then we'll slow it down and have a setup at the end. So please enjoy the hot lap. Alright, thanks. And as we cross the start finish line, that looks like it is a 1:33.3. That'll put us into 30th on the PC leaderboards. However, I must say that not many times have been set. I think you could definitely go a half second even more quicker. Probably a mid-32 is where you want to be. But this will show you how to drive the circuit correctly, so let's get right to it. Coming off the last corner, it's a 90-degree corner. You want to take it in third gear. Now this first corner is kind of tough because it's such a steep uphill braking zone. So you can brake a little bit later, but still I find you want to brake just right at the 100, maybe a tiny bit before 110. And then you want to take it to the apex. You can take a lot of apex there. I went down the second for a small bit, but I think you should take it in third. I just didn't think I was going to get the car in time, but it is key to get the first corner right. This next corner here is flat, but this is key. You want to position your car right under the fly on the track. You want to take a little bit of entry curb, keep it full throttle. Here you just want to come off the throttle to hit the next apex, keep it in 7th. For the next corner, I downshift to 6th. Might be able to get away with 5th, but I like 6th. Keeps the car under you. For the next corner, then you want to bring it back, downshift to 5th. Still, you should have no brakes at this point. Now this is a tough corner, no brakes again, just you want to coast, take it in 4th gear. Take a lot of curb because you want to straighten the car for this one. You need a lot of run down to this next corner. There's a long straight. Take it in 4th. Be careful on the throttle there. You can short shift to 5th if you need to. This next braking zone, you want to look at around the 50 meter board. You could probably get it right at the 50, but I brake about, right at the 50. And then you shift down. It's a sharp corner. Shift down to 3rd. Try to carry as much momentum. You can be a little more aggressive. And you can get about the same time, but you're going to compromise your straight line. So if you're trying to get someone in the DRS straight, I would recommend taking a late apex like I did on this lap. You can see I'm slowly down to my time. I mean, it could be a better first sector, I'd say, but I prefer a little bit of a late apex there. So right here you will have DRS, you'll be in 8th gear. This is going to be a sharp left-hand corner. Your braking point is going to be right at the 100 meter board. So you want to start braking at the 100. And you want to shift down to 2nd. You can take a lot of curb, just don't hit the bollard. And to 2nd, and then into 3rd. Now this is a very technical section of the track. You have to really get each corner right. Bring it to the left. Shift down to 3rd gear. I don't advise 2nd. Clip that curb, but don't hit the yellow part of the curb. Here you got to watch traction, so you want to go about 80% throttle. Go 4th, 5th, and then you can take a tighter angle here, but it's going to compromise your exit. I like to go, I'd say wider is better. So go down to 3rd gear and then straighten the car, so then you can, traction is not super bad in this game, so you can short shift just a tiny bit. This is easily flat in this game. Before it would be hard. You could maybe do it flat in time trial, but in a race you couldn't. Here you can always take this corner flat, even for the race. Don't take too much right-hand curb there. And here this is easy to invalidate your time because of the camber of the corner. You want to shift down to 5th. Make sure you late apex it and don't extend. I just got away with it. That was lucky. That could have been invalidated. Now back to the final corner. Go down to 4th gear, to 3rd gear. And that's basically it. This is a tough corner for me because it's easy to not get it right and you lose some time, and it's also easy to lose the rear. But yeah, that's a hot lap at Circuit de Americas. Like I said at the beginning of the video, this is 30th, but there's not a lot of times. Some of the times look like they're down in the 132s. Probably 32.2 is really fast, I'd say. If you could get into the mid 132s, I think you're doing well. Because I'm still at 133.3. I think this is a technical track, and there's a big gap from people who are going to be fast to slower. So for this one, I'd advise a lot of time. And when you're setting up your setup, I'd also advise that you make it so it's comfortable for the first sector, because going through those S turns, you really need to make sure that your car is not going all over the place, because it's going to kill your lap. Another tip I would say is, I'm using 6.6 wing. You can maybe get away with a little less, but here it wouldn't hurt you to use maybe even 7.7. It'll hurt you in that straight line on the straight, but everywhere else it's going to help. So let's take a look at the leaderboard. Yeah, you can see there the quick times are low 32s. And all no assists, so that's kind of nice. One other thing we will look at now is the setup. And this could be refined, I think, some, for sure. So starting off, our aerodynamics will be at 6.6. I just felt like that was a pretty good balance. I think once you refine the setup, you could probably drop it to 5.5, but I think 6.6 would be good for the race as well. Maybe like even 5.6, maybe even 7.7. You can mess with that. I'm keeping the diff the same, 75/75. I'm comfortable with that, and when I change it doesn't help me too much. For this track, I needed a little more camber than toe. It seemed like, especially in the S's where you're always turning, you need to have that camber. You can maybe even go a little more extreme on the camber to help you, but it's going to hurt you in some of the traction zones in the 3rd sector. For suspension, 6.2 really seemed to help my car just behave like how I wanted it to. 4.3 on the bars, keep it a little softer, and the ride height is 6.4, which is what I've been running. It works with the setup that I've been running. 70/52 on the brakes. I like less brake pressure, so it's hard to lock up. Tire pressure, keep it fairly low for grip. You can maybe move it up a little bit. It might help you in the high speed, but I think I just like the grip overall. And then 6 for the ballast. A lot of the top setups were using 7. But yep, there's my track guide video for this week. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the track. Thanks. Adios.